Tell me we didn't already know. Oh, tell me we didn't already know. That's why they be doing that thing they be doing with my. That part. Hey y'all. I probably got all kind of oil and everything on both of these. Good evening, everybody. Hey, give me a second here. Trying to get together. Because I don't want that light in my face. I really need y'all to pray because my eyes, they doing something on their own. Good evening, everybody. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why ain't nobody in here because I ain't pushed the lock button yet. Hey, everybody. Give me 1 minute. Ooh. How y'all doing? Hello, Mr. Williams. Hello, ladies. Everybody. Hey, everybody. Give me 1 second. I don't want to turn that light on because my... I'm probably going to have to go get my massager. It is what it is. Is my cream still in here? No, let me go get it. Hold on. Queen to the rescue. Thanks, lady. Hold on, y'all. Whatever. Y'all, I didn't put it somewhere. It's a lot of stuff in this house. I can't find nothing. I can't find my stuff, y'all. Oh, thank you, Jesus. It was still in here. It's my shoulder. It's killing me. Good morning, everybody. I mean, evening. I just woke up a little, well, about 2 hours ago, 3 maybe now. So, yes, I took lashes. I look a lot different than yesterday. Good job, CERCA. Gotta be able to move around. Can't be the same all the time. You cannot be the same. Oh, shoot. Y'all know what goes on over here. Don't act surprised. Don't even act like y'all be surprised that that's gonna happen. Okay. Oh my bad. Maybe if I... Okay. Oh, I might be able to do that. Okay, let's see. Because it's bouncing off of the air. No, because that is like right in my... For whatever reason, this blue is... There we go. I think it's because... You see it? Okay. I don't know, y'all. I'm over it. Ooh, no, that's worse or better. I don't know. Is it this? And see, I wonder why I can't see. Something's going on with this blue crap. What is this? But then it'd be like right. You see it? And okay, there we go. But then this gotta be right in my face. This one my eyes, because these can't be good for your eyes. They can't. See? Oh no, they not. Because it be making my hair. It is what it is. Y'all got to see purple eyes on and off. No, I did. Well, I need this blue light because I look at screens all day. But it's starting to be some weird stuff. I don't know. It's the light and how you do it. You see how it do? You gotta have this light just right. I be trying to tell y'all. It's a lot for me. Ugh. I don't know what the freaking deal is either. and do what it wants to when it feel like it. It's the angles and stuff. Let's see. Ah! This gonna have to be it. Anyway, I got on here to talk to y'all for real, about some real serious stuff. Is y'all ready? Because I wasn't gonna come on this evening because I'm trying to do our year end, the rest of our year end stuff, but I can do it in the morning. This is more pressing information. Are you guys ready? I've been on the internet today looking around, and it's like rewatching movies. It's like running back through all of those nightmares I had when I would wake up and tell my ex-husband or whoever it was that I called when I had yeah, they are at Raw. You a little frazzled. Okay. So for the people that were here last year, I don't care if you came at the end of the year. What month are we in right now? Tell me. Who remembers me telling y'all that in May of 2017, God told me to count 42 months. 42 months from that day was October 15th of 2020. Y'all remember this? What year we in? What year we in? So it's been July made 3.5 years from that date. And now they talking about World Raw. Okay. Y'all getting me? 42 months is half of the tribulation. He said in the first 42 months. Listen, I hope y'all listening to me because I need y'all to see something. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Is y'all listening? Turn your listening ears on, like they used to tell you in kindergarten. 3.5 years from May of 2017 was October 15th of 2020. 3.5 years from that, if I'm not mistaken, was this July or so. When they said we didn't have no money, 6 to 8 months after the Antichrist had already been revealed, 6 to 8 months after all the crops around the world, like the largest produce plant in France around the world that burned down, the cows, the fish. Who went and watched the seventh sign last night? Anybody go watch the seventh sign? Did you do your freaking homework? I'm not asking you to watch this for fun. Who went and watched it? Did y'all go watch the seventh sign last night or no? See anything relevant to right now? For those of you that went and watched it, the fish are dead. The fish are dead. What happened last summer? The water was drying up and the fish were dead. Everywhere that the angel broke a seal, all the stuff that's been happening in the last 3 years for real. The crows, remember the birds all fell. The bodies piled up from the earthquakes, and they was the seventh sign. I'm sorry. Who remembers us talking about the pool of souls? Anybody remember us talking about the pool of souls? We've read about the last soul being born, and then that's when God is gonna come back, and it's in the seventh sign. When the pool of souls run out of souls, because it said God's grace has run out. And what do we talk about God's grace? People don't think it's gonna run out, but when the last soul is born, it's a wrap. It's the last actor to come in on the show. Now I don't know if it's just like in a movie and it'll be a soulless baby born. But I know that there's a last soul, the last person to be born, and then he on his way. And we don't know where that person is around the world. But we know that they're going to be born soon. Probably in the next year and a half or so. Yes, 7 signs. The 7th sign. The 7th sign. Well, just type in Demi Moore 7th sign. It'll come up. In other words, get y'all stuff. Yeah, because guess what else I seen? I did not know that on the same day that we got our EBS put out, that Putin started his draft. And then Ukraine folks is over there crying because they snatching up 18 to 35-year-old girls and boys. That eluded me. I said, oh, that's not good. And America ain't saying nothing to us. Other countries is sounding their alarms. They getting their people ready, baby. And our government and our pastors and stuff that all work together, they're saying nothing. But you know who is saying something? Nigga, me. And I ain't even trying to be funny. Christian folks is shaking in their boots right now. The Bible said they was going to be rocked to sleep, and baby, we at war, y'all. I'm so freaking grateful for the people that hung in there and really got in here and learned. Because y'all know this ain't no BS. We've been talking about all of this. To go online and be on TikTok today, I have not been getting online. Y'all know every time I exclude myself from the world, we come back and it be something that then popped off. And it's always major. I have not been able to scroll. I just been in my own space. Y'all know every single time I don't want to be on here and I be feeling some type of way, it be something we didn't talk about happening. Last year this time I was in Indiana. Last year this time I was on my daughter's porch when something else that we had said months and months advance, probably 7 months ahead of time, came to pass. This time last year, our president bought all that damn potassium iodide. And I said, check with us in 12 months and see if we're crazy. We already have our potassium iodide. And then guess what's happening exactly 12 months later? Nuclear war. 12 months later. Exactly. Because my memories just came up with the pictures. I was there October the 4th, baby, on my way. That's how I know. And it happened October the 7th. That was real crazy as God told us on the 3rd of this year. But we had already talked about it back in February, March, April, May, June. Now y'all understand why when people was coming in here, I was going hard on them. Because I was not about to let them back me down because God ain't never lied to me. Hopefully you believe it now. This is why I told y'all to take notes. Because you should be able to go back in your notes and look at what we were studying and say, oh, damn, we did. We sure did. It's right here.
Prophecy ain't aware. Down to the day sometime. What does you mean? I just saw today that Putin has a missile called Satan 2 in Chernobyl. I said, no. God, where is my freaking paper? You made me study Chernobyl, so that's how I know it means black God. That's one of the first classes I taught here. And now this nigga got a missile talking about blowing us off the planet. And God told me the name of the damn missile is 2017. He told me where the world war was going to start. It was Chernobyl last year, and that's when we talked about Cherno means black. I don't care who believes me. I don't care because he tells me the secret freaking things all the time. That's why I can't be around everybody. That's why I can't be around people that I can't. Y'all seen the paper I didn't show. I said, oh, God, see, when you do stuff like this, you can look it up. The bomb, he's ain't well blowing us off the planet with his colorful number. And I told y'all, when I was studying the giants, that's how I found out about it. The biggest power plant on the, and it's wormwood, and it's a thing, and the Bible talk about a great light going down and hitting the water, a wormwood, and we looked at the thing that they have in Chernobyl that's dedicated to wormwood, and now this nigga got a missile, a nuclear weapon named Chernobyl, and in the middle of Chernobyl is a memorial to wormwood. What Bible ain't real? What Bible ain't real? Did y'all Mickey Ficky ancestors tell you that? Because my daddy told me what one of the damn devices that could potentially blow up the whole damn. He told me the name of it in 2017, nigga. And the city where oh boy name right here. Nostradamus said it was gonna be cold in the quatrain, and he said they was gonna double cross and the bear and this and that. We talked about it. We got a class about it, and we literally living it right now. Come on with it. Who Bible ain't real? Who don't got the gift of prophecy? Who ain't God using because you don't approve of how I look? Y'all pastors ain't said nothing, but the WOIU people is ready. We ready. But now the world's shaking in their boots about something God told us. He didn't just tell us on the third, he reiterated it for us on the third. Do you think we care that y'all call us fanatics? Y'all faking and shaking in church, and y'all pastors got all y'all bread. I bet you can't go to his house and eat, and I bet you if he got some kind of bunker, you can't get in. So when I had people coming to me last year trying to tell me how to manage the money that was coming in over here, and I ain't even in this for money. It ain't about to be none. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Because they're going to be giving the gas to the war. What war? Ain't nobody going to war. Ooh, 12 months later, I told y'all the tanks was going to need the gas 12 months ago. What war? This one. This one. I said, please go study the things about and the concentration camps. Because that's how we got to be living. Y'all remember? Do anybody remember? And now they talking about 15-minute cities. Like they did, you couldn't go 15 minutes outside of your province, or you could be shot dead. You was caught outside of your zone or wherever you were supposed to be. because the enemy was in the camp already. Like the soldiers that's coming over here. And they getting paid $2,200 a month from countries that hate us, you mean? And I said, family, we ain't going to be able to go outside. We're going to be picking out the blinds at people because it ain't going to be safe. What? This was before the United Nations soldiers started pouring in here. This is before Israel and the whole world was at war. What prophecy ain't real? And I didn't have to use a rock, a piece of wood, a spell, or nothing. My dad whispered in my ear his secrets so that the people that tune their ears in could know before they went, as they say. Know before you go. Who confused? This ain't pride. This is not pride at all. This is, I told y'all, because God wanted us to know. So I said, if you want your car, you do what you want to do. They talking about all the police presence in D.C. because they know what's coming. I told y'all about them tankers falling in our water and about the bridges blowing up. I said, no. The electricity, that's an act of raw. Go get your stuff, family. I said, that's an act of raw. Power and water sources, because I showed y'all the video that I shared back early 2020 when that man came on nightly news and said, oh, those people, the big bear, don't have to come over here to shut us down. All they need to do is do what? Hit our water and electricity, and they shut the whole ASU down. And then we started having power outages, and our water started getting tainted. Oh, you mean this summer when they came and said 50% of the water was contaminated? Nigga, we knew that when y'all was dumping whole chemicals and they was just sitting in the barges. We know y'all didn't do that. We know so. We can see. And then a year later, y'all tell us, oh, all the water's contaminated. Well, we knew. That's why we have here go y'all ASMR. Yeah. Here go y'all other ASMR. What? That's some ASMR for you. You hear me? It's gonna do that. They playing over here. Dear CERCA, can I come live with you? I'm sorry. Absolutely not. If you only... I live alone too. Don't nobody live with me. I love y'all, but no. What needs to happen is you got to stop eating out, and all of your guilty pleasures that you just can't live without, you got to live without them, and then you'll have everything you need. Promise. Hey, yeah, well, scared people get moving. Unless you that one kind that fall every time the killer comes. Because scared, have you ever started running past a group of black people? If you don't know, they don't even got to know you. All black people got to do is see one nigga running, baby, and everybody about to take out. They ain't even going to look back. They just start running. Scared people that I know get moving. Now, there's other people. They're going to go and, what's going on over there? No, I'm going to go see, no. Hey, what's going on over there? Now there's those kind of people, so that depends on, are you that scared that you take your crazy ass outside and go see what's going on, or are you the other kind of people that I talked about that don't even understand why they running, but as soon as they see a nigga running that look like he running for somebody, they just go. It's like built into our DNA. If you see a nigga running, just imagine, just run. So you got to figure out what kind of scared you are, and then that'll tell you what you need to do. Cause listen, nigga, what? If you see a nigga dark past you, you don't even. It's just go, go, go right now. Go right now. Hobble if you got to, but you better get hidden somewhere if you can't run. You better get moving. Sad but true. Ain't it, y'all? Hmm? What you said, Jess? Somebody got a little tale to tell. Right. It was a whole bunch of them. And they were, I had to get, I had to go. That's right. Somebody got to learn, listen. Sometimes nosy can get you in a situation you don't need to be in. I'll find out later what we was running from when we stopped running. Listen. Ooh-wee. Right, what we running from. We'll run later. We'll find out later when we hell. I asked you why we running. But I ain't waiting to find out and then start running. No, we about to go. We'll figure it out once we. Okay. Okay, what was we running from? A dog. You done sent 100 niggas in flight because of a dog, nigga. Niggas rolling around on the ground trying to catch their breath and stuff. What? Y'all laughing because y'all done all did it. That's fine. Look, I done described all you and your cousins getting in trouble and running from something. I already know how it go. Listen here. Ooh-wee. Gotta get a laugh because it might be the only ones we're going to have for a minute. If you don't find these colored jokes funny, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Because they're hilarious to us. Everybody just had a flashback. Everybody did. Everybody just had one. My brother and my cousins, yeah, they was always in. You see them niggas running, you know, just start running. Okay, so now that we've got our good laugh for today, back to serious business. The fact that one of this man's nuclear weapons, and we've studied antimony. Who remembers me telling y'all that names mean something? Chernobyl used to be a very powerful place, and I told y'all 9 times out of 10 was radiating out of there is from them giants that used to live there because it used to be a black guy or was black. If he dropped a nuclear weapon, everything we know is gonna be black. And he named it Chernobyl. Name still don't mean nothing to you. Satan number 2 would be the Antichrist. And the other nuke is called Satan number 2. God's second in command was Jesus. Satan's second in command would be the Antichrist, who comes to bring world destruction and domination. You seeing it? Oh my God. So we got an idiot in here. He's trying to get me off the subject. Hello, GOV. Come in and learn something. You ain't got nothing else better to do but to talk to people you don't know. Your life is really great. Because I ain't spending my time talking to nobody that don't want to talk to me. It's the only rise you gonna get all day, huh? Nothing else don't rise up, so you gotta get a rise by trying to talk crazy to a woman that don't care, don't know, and don't even give a damn if you breathe or not. Great life, sir, or ma'am. Yeah. People weird. We talking about the world ending. You talking about Jezebel. Well, the hoes saved the war a lot of times. Or do you not know who Rahab and them was? And he didn't protect the people that wasn't the Jezebels. He protected everybody that was in the hoe's house, just so you know. Everybody else died that day. Looks like you might want to get on the hoe's side. She's walking around with just DNA in her pocket for a whole long time. Did you know? She didn't use no sanctified man. He didn't use no sanctified man to get him ready for marriage. It was a whole bunch of priests around. But he knew they weren't clean enough. He chose the hoe. Ain't that crazy? And gave her the money to hold the alabaster box that had his DNA in it, his blood and stuff. She was the only one with it. What you just said about a Jezebel? Matter of fact, didn't you make where he had like his great great grandma or something? Oh, no. Do you even read the Bible that you be trying to use to make people feel bad about it? No. Because I'm not a real Christian. I just look like it. What? You don't be hell up. Let me stop before I get in trouble. But welcome. Have a seat, learn something. Back to what I was saying. The world is ending and we already knew. So with that, if you got stuff sitting in your cart, forget Christmas and all of that. Because it's probably not going to be one anyway. Because if we already there, remember I told y'all wasn't going to be no stuff moving. Remember we talked about it? Right? Y'all, it's a clown. They really a clown. I'm going to just let them have it. They ain't got nothing else better to do. Poor babies. The world is ending and you want to be irritating. That's what you want to go out being known as? Damn. I want to be the person that would help almost over 1 million people be prepared for what was coming. That's a better deal. I mean, you could be doing it too. You want me to teach you? Looking like you on the side of the devil. You on the side of the devil? Is anybody that would have caused like irritation? Not on the winning team. Moving on. Remember we looked at spirits. Ain't that crazy how they just pop up off the page? Do y'all see it? They be swearing up and down they Christians, but don't be looking like the people that come for what you call it? The synagogues of Satan. Have y'all noticed it or no? Especially in the last couple of days, like they crawling out from under the rocks, out the darkness. Yeah. Moving around and moving on. Boy, they all about to get a rude awakening. And it's sad. Let me go in and drop this food because I ain't got nothing else better to do. Lord Jesus. There we go, baby. If that's the only thing you know is to be rejected, that's the only way you get attention. Do y'all see how crazy people are? They only know negative attention, and it's so sad. Do we know that we only love we don't knock negative attention. We ain't creating none. Not in a happy space. Now y'all see why. Okay, who remembers me telling y'all in this last year that I wanted us, right, to relax as much as we could, to do the things that we enjoyed because it was about to be some crazy stuff that was getting ready to be popping off, and you did not need to start that process already stressed out. Remember, we talked about people's hearts giving out with fear because they was already going to be not in their right minds already, and then all of this was going to happen. Do you remember we talked about that, and is it not happening? Mental health, we just talked about it. It's a big old thing right now. Mental health is the biggest thing. So it's a lot of people already starting this process crazy. Mind you, they ain't been on no trying to calm their mind and be not out and about and moving around with people. So that that I was talking about, one, they hit the electricity or the internet or whatever. Communications is normally one of the things that goes in a time of raw. So with that, so many people are worried about so worried they've been thinking about is being seen and talking to people. They haven't taken the time to do the solitude so that they know they like being with themselves and nobody else. They haven't taken the time to cultivate their minds to not be out. Are you seeing it? So what has happened now is us sitting here and studying, and then y'all doing it on y'all own and building y'all bookshelves and getting all the things in your house to where if it's not safe to go outside, that you wouldn't be going crazy because once the electric things go off, or even if you get to keep your lights, but there's no internet, all these kids walking around with all these devices, and they've been so used to being entertained by what they see and hear. Remember I told you, I said, listen, it's going to come a time you will have to tell your kids. Y'all remember me training y'all kids? Or telling y'all train y'all kids for that? Who remembers? Who remembers? And look what's happening a year later, family. America's at war. And there could be operatives that are already here. So remember I told you, they're going to have to listen when you say sit down and be quiet and don't make a sound. It could cost y'all, y'all family, y'all life. Y'all remember we talked about this? Good evening, Auntie. We talking about getting these babies trained to be quiet and have to sit in the closet if they have to. Stop, go, no yelling, no. Ha! How did I know? I have a gift. You know who did? Hill and Joseph, them is the dreamer peoples and stuff. That one. All of these things I've seen in my dreams, and now it's happening in real life. Hey, is that normal? Supernatural. I'm a superhero. You want to see my superhero shield? I'm a real superhero for real. Like, it's a real thing. Yeah, it is. You said, oh no. Yes. No, all jokes aside, I've had dreams since I was a little kid. God has always told me about, I don't have a cape. Well, I have a black cape, but it's not a superhero cape. I have a. But don't listen. I'll make one. Because I know y'all, I don't want nothing that be this short on my back. I'll design my own. You just wait a minute, because I know y'all. All jokes aside, I know y'all. I'll design my own. Because it's probably going to be like crushed velvet or something. It's not going to be. It's not going to be like whatever the other one. I got to be the extra one. So I already just let me go get my own fabric. Listen. Right. You was about to say we need to figure out who's getting it before I have 80. Right. Right. Exactly. Listen. I just want to know who's happy you listen. Not to me. To that still small voice that told you when you came. Do you see how God reeled y'all in for other information and he used the giant video or one of those videos to reel you in over here? But look at what you got. You took the time to say, giants, I don't know. That ain't all you got over here. And people was calling y'all brainwashed. Do you feel brainwashed right now? Or do you feel prepared and not scared? Like a lot of the Christians right now, they're shaking in their boots because the pastors ain't told them to go get no free straw food or nothing. You feel empowered? Exactly. That makes me so freaking happy. Prepared. Prepared and not scared. Okay. Okay. Gotta train the rocks not to bark. Yes, unseen. It's a real thing. I mean, of course, it's natural for us to be like unnerved or, ooh, the world is ending. If you didn't, I would think you was a bot or something. All I'm saying is, would you rather be in this situation like you was prior to coming here? Like, say you didn't never learn none of the stuff that you learned here. Say you had not been prepping. You didn't learn to garden. You didn't go get no seeds. You didn't do none of that. Where would your mind be right now? If they hit the power, you and your family, hell, if y'all got to put a tent in the living room, y'all got wood blankets and a way to cook. You said in chaos and confusion, very afraid. But look how much your daddy thought of you to reel you in with a giant video or a mermaid video or whatever video got you over here. Somebody sending you, somebody telling you, whatever. Your wood stove. Come on. Sleeping bags, hammocks, portable toilets. Y'all got axes just in case you actually got to go get some wood. You got a nice good shovel to where you can get out if you need to. You got compasses, fire starters, solar stoves, generators, not gas. And did y'all see? I said we need solar because they're gonna get rid of the gas and it ain't gonna be none. Did y'all see? They said they outlawing gas generators. Who saw that? freeze dried foods, canned meat, on how to make bread. Come on. Remember, everybody was laughing at y'all Dean 20 months ago. Now y'all see why I said it was very important for you to have boxes and boxes and boxes of yeast. And 100 pounds of flour, 100 pounds of sugar, 100 pounds of salt, and 100 pounds of cornmeal stored up somewhere. Don't worry about it. Because if nothing else, you got stuff to barter. How many people you think got a real axe at their house? Or can't, if the lighters is gone and there's no gas or electricity, how will they start a fire? Do they got a magnifying glass in there? Are they gonna have to tear up their whole house to be making stuff? How they gonna get coffee if they only got beans? We got manual coffee grinders. We also have our mortar and pestles. We also ain't got them cheap ass pots that's gonna burn up on an open fire. We got stuff that we can make a paste and put it around there, that cast iron, and put it down in the ground and make it like an oven if we need to. Griddle plates and the like. Lava rocks that we can heat and move them to the side and put a skillet on there and cook. Or put them down in some warm water, depending on what kind you got, and heat up the water so you ain't got to take a cold bath. And hopefully y'all then went back on the survival list, because I put those heated, because think about it, and me and my girl was talking about it today, and my cousin. If the electricity don't work, it ain't going to be no running water. Because it's electricity that pushed that through the pumps. So that whole portable heated shower spray nozzle thing, it's up here in my bio. And then they got the collapsible buckets that's like a gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons. Well, hell, you already got your stove. So you could put a pot of water on, right? Put about this much hot water in the bucket, and then pour the rest cool water in there and hang that thing up, and you can control it, but you can still take a shower, because if there's no running water, you might have to go get some from somewhere. To the newbies, I have 2 videos on YouTube. Survival and Survival 2.0. CERCA TROVA 22. If you just type in CERCA Survival, it's going to come up. Survival and Survival 2.0. Lifestyles. All of it. We right here. Come on. If you love your family members, if you knew, we got portable, electrical, rechargeable lights. We got these here, right? It's all kinds of stuff in here. We got axes, and we got all of these good things to where if we have to, we got ropes. We got this is a whole bunch of stuff. A whole lot of stuff we got in here. We got emergency kits for if somebody break their leg or arm, because the hospitals, y'all know when disaster happened, think about how the hospitals be. How do the hospitals be when it be just, you could be waiting days to see if there's no rooms, if there's no medicine, if there's no, so you need to have all this stuff in your house. Stuff to break a fever. We just found out today that guava is good for diarrhea and stuff like that, and it actually gets better when you dehydrate it. It gets more potent and better in vitamin C and all this other properties. So that's something good that you could dehydrate and have up to where if somebody gets sick and they got diarrhea and all of these different things or whatever's going on, it's good for people with diabetes type 2. So if there's no insulin, or I don't know really how diabetes completely works, but if you know somebody that got any diabetes, you'll want to go get some of this guava and dehydrate it so that you can have it for them. Honey and oregano also. Okay. I'm just saying, think about all the stuff that wasn't around during the pandemic. stuff that you was waiting on, and you go to stores and stores and stores and stores trying to find it, that's the stuff you need to have in your house. Period. Everybody can close their eyes and remember walking down the aisles of them stores. And if you can't, you better pretend. Go look at the videos. My ears is ringing. I'm so happy y'all listening. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy. And I told y'all in just a year and a half, y'all was gonna be happy too. I told y'all, I said, please just listen to me. I promise you. Listen, my daddy don't lie. He always tell you before if you listening and look. Y'all believe he real now? Y'all believe he talking and folks is always talking about, you know, what ain't real and God, blah, blah, blah. I'm sticking with what's tried and true. He ain't lied to me yet. So, and remember I told y'all he kept telling me for such a time as this, 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 for such a time as this. They ain't even made it 2 years. February, a lot can happen in the next 5 months. Remember I told y'all, I said, hey y'all, they said whatever was gonna pop off was gonna be in the winter when it's cold. Nostradamus predicted that as well. Oh, Joe been saying it's gonna be a cold, cold winter for a minute. Cold, dark. Remember? I'm just gonna say, if you love your family, stop wasting them. Do not fill your freezers. That's not what you need. Your cabinets in extra spaces, not with all of these blingy things, because you can't eat none of that. Those things will not keep you warm. They won't keep your house lit because candles burn out, and then you gotta worry about people knocking them over. Some other stuff you need. You can have these in your light bulbs around the house right now, and some of them have a off switch, but you can charge them. You ain't even gotta do nothing extra. Put them in, let them stay in for however long it say on the thing. Take them out, put them in a box, but keep some in so that you already know where they are, and you know, put charged or not charged on them. I don't know. But if you get you a simple thing like this here, this comes with a small solar panel and it comes with 3 light bulbs. It'll keep all of them charged. It also has a radio on it, a flashlight, and some other things. It's simple. We just telling everybody get each one of your kids one of these and then get a big generator so that everybody can power whatever little devices they got. You'll make it last. There's a place for SD card in there where you can the big, you know, you got to put it in there and put it, but you can get music. It's got MP3 on it. Like I said, this one hasn't been charged in forever, but it's still got one little thing on it. And y'all know, it's got a radio on it. It's got a light on it. So they already was talking about the radio and the phone and all of this. Well, you're gonna need to want to know what's going on. And then we have larger ones that got solar panels and whatnot too. So definitely want to get some stuff in your house that your kids can do that doesn't have to do with electricity, games, puzzles, books. So small solar generators, you can find all that on Amazon. They're up in the bio up here. Just go to that Amazon store and go to, it's either survival or disaster preparedness. And there's some of that stuff on there. I just added some other stuff too. Yep, Walmart has a big power bank for $50. Okay, thank you, Miss Shelley. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kent. Well, let me tell you, God make you learn. That's why I said I don't discount being homeless or none of the stuff I went through because I learned a lot. Learned how to live with less, and He's been teaching me this whole time so that I can help some other people out. Because a lot of people about to lose it. What they said they about to lose they. Because I ain't never been able to not have to be able to do whatever they want to do. It's stuff to mess some people up. But if you've been training your mind and preparing, now do you see why I said y'all let go of that stuff? Get used to being in the house. Get used to just sitting in the quiet. Remember, we talked about that. And you as an adult, learning to sit for an hour without no music, without no TV, without none of this. These are exercises we was working on last year, and y'all thought CERCA is crazy. Now I'm trying to help y'all. Because you might not be able to talk, but if you got people, we ain't never had to live through that, you see. But there's other countries that know exactly what I'm saying. They're like, yeah. And people don't fear America like they used to. It's different. People got stuff that's way better than ours. It's namely Israel. Somebody get a hold of their stuff, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know. They're not just trying to get in there for no reason. But hopefully you went and watched the first Left Behind too. Not the one with Nicolas Cage or whatever his name is, but the one with old girl from Full House brother, Kirk Cameron or whatever his name is. That's the one you need to watch because if you see what happened in Israel, what's in that movie? That's probably why they redid it. Because almost exactly what happened that kicked off the war in that movie happened in Israel like Sunday or Saturday or whatever it was. Only thing is, in the movie, they stopped them, but we ain't made it there yet. But it was eerily similar. Yeah, for sure wasn't as familiar what I thought about. Yes, sir, daughter. Yes, ma'am. So, to those of you that might not have believed, I hope you are moving. And I'm just gonna say, vacation ain't a real thing right now. You need to make sure that if you can't leave your house for 6 to 8 months, you have everything you need in there. And that's a reality. Because don't forget about how outside of people's doors in different countries, making sure they had an armed guard at the end of the hallway, the street, and they had people doing their rounds to make sure that tape was in there. Because if they left out, it was automatic jail time or whatever was going on with it. Don't forget about that. Mm-hmm. Don't forget. And people was unaliving themselves, jumping out of big old tall things in China because they euthanized all their animals and wasn't letting the people outside. And whatever you had in that house was whatever you had in there. Y'all didn't remember? They was practicing. They was practice. They was practice for us. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what Drake said? They was practice. They was practice for me. Yeah, that's about what was going on around here. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just say this, family. God warned us. He happy you took heed. That's all I came on here to say. It's real too. And these names mean something. And the times mean something. As y'all can see, all of the names and stuff that we studied and things that we studied just keep on popping up in the news. How is that? And we don't even script our classes. They just come as they, however the questions go and however God do our thing is how it working. How is it that this all showed up in the news in one way or another? Every month after month, I told y'all the whole 12-month thing. Check with 12 months from this date to this date. We just did the October thing. You can go back and watch around October 4th or 5th. I was in Indianapolis and we was talking. I'm talking about this. And now, a year later, 12 months later, almost to the day, everything that we said, I said, he is not buying potassium iodine for no reason. And they said, oh, it's precautions for next year. I'm talking about it. Because that'll be a year closer to this dude being getting revealed and all of that. I said, the nigga's out. The Euphrates is dried up. There's fountains coming up in the desert and no water. We can talk about it. And now, WW3 is on the horizon. 12 months after our president bought millions of dollars worth of potassium iodide, which is used for radiation treatment, isn't it? Just in case. 12 months to the date, dang near that he bought them. Now we don't got nothing to do with that. Anything to do with that. Did he? Yeah, my husband is in the military, and they told him to basically prepare for war for the next 2 years, which means it's right now. Which means it's right now. Man's time ain't God's time, remember? So what I was saying, y'all remember the first 3.5 years of the tribulation? It said it was going to be plenty, it was going to be bountiful, it was going to be money. You mean from 2020 when everybody got the PPP loans until now when they start talking about RICO and that stuff? When they was getting extra food stamps and extra Social Security and extra unemployment. So for the first 3.5 years of this process, from 2020 to 2023, everything was plentiful. Everything was plentiful. And the guy said after when the second 3.5 years start, stuff is gonna start changing a little bit. Ain't this the year they cut the food stamps, the extra food stamps, the extra this, the extra that? This the year that they said we didn't have no money. They said it last year for real, but then food is more expensive now than it was 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years ago. Yes or no? I told y'all it was gonna be a famine, and then they said the world is in famine, and then they said, oh, it's another sickness coming. The pestilence, the sickness, and the chemicals that's gonna cause a third of the plant life, fish life, air life, bird life, everybody life to go. No, it's expensive and it don't last long. Did we not talk about that? I said, yeah, I think whatever's going to go on from just earlier this year, I said, I think we got less than 18 months. Y'all done heard me say that. And this young lady just said today that they just told her husband, look for war in the next 2 years. 18 months fits in there. 18 months fits into the 2 year mark. Yeah, it does. Y'all been hearing me say it. I'm like, I think we got about 18 months. till it get ugly. Because we right at 20, 21 months for what we've been doing. So I'm about to go. I absolutely love y'all. I just got to say, Ishton got real. And if you don't believe, it don't matter. Because it's happening right in front of your face. Just understand it is. It don't matter if you believe it or not. It's about to get real, 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 real ugly around here. I'm telling you. Yeah. 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 I don't know if I'm ready, Antoinette. I ain't rushing nothing now. Don't get too excited. Because there's a lot of other stuff that come along with that. The beasts that come up out the ground. They're stinging the people, and they got to be in a paralytic state for 3 months. They got the face of a lion and the body of a horse and the tail of a scorpion. You got to think about how big a horse is, baby. I know, but that's when they coming out. So when they come out, all of that's going to be out too. Hold on now. Just wait a minute. They bringing them through stern and out the ground. Yes, ma'am. Listen. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Walgreens is having. What's one of the main words that we talk about on here? Thank you, Miss Ida. What's one of the main words we talk about on here that has to do with that? Walgreens and whatnot? Pharmacy. Pharmakeia. We've been telling people since last year when our lovely people that told us that we could do the whole get the 90 days of medication emergency because we knew that this was going last year. Y'all remember when the Tylenol was none and when we had the thing and the Tylenol was missing? Say, hey, 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 this means something. Go get your meds. Go get your stuff. And a year later, the man, I can't think he was in Canada. Remember, he was sitting in on our class, the black dude. He said, "Yeah, we haven't been able to get no children's Tylenol for a long time." And I said, "Y'all better hurry up." And it was like, "Oh, it's already off the shelves and stuff. They already talking, but they can't." It's been about a year since that. I know it was around this time because I ordered my grandkids some Tylenol too. And I ordered them not just Tylenol, like the organic type of pain reliever. I ordered some of that. That's how I know it was. Hmm. Come on, Auntie. Look here. This what I said. Like, who don't want to know? I don't care. I'll worry about it when it happens. We'll find. That ain't my story. But okay. I just want to say, 5 wise, 5 foolish. Your insulin is still on back order. Jerusalem, the movie is on Prime. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. Israel internet for me. He's listening. I believe it. But ain't y'all happy that we knew?
No one's saying God got me. Huh? Listen, listen. And this ain't being funny. This ain't being cocky. This is being God. Thank you for telling me. Now y'all see why I be like, y'all can go back to walking around over there in the fake world. Okay. I want to know. And I want God to talk to me every day. And now y'all see why I said if you get up and talk to him in the morning, he'll tell you what's coming way before it comes in every area of your life. Even this stuff. Why does everyone want the Tylenol? Because they about to close the pharmacies. The pharmacist is talking about walking out on strike. So who gonna run your medicine? People are actually spending 1,000 on weight loss shots. Foolish, unseen. Wigs, $500, $600, $700 on wigs. You know how much dehydrated food that is. You know how much rice, beans, flour. You know how many wool blankets that is for your family. Hell, you could get your oven, your wood burning stove, most of your wool blankets, your water filtration straws, and that thing. You said $1,000. You can have a nice generator for a rack, a nice solar generator. Them is the big boys. For a rack, and you gonna get a weight loss. Oh, you ain't gonna have to worry about it. Ain't about to be no food. Tell them just send the money to you, auntie. Everybody about to drop weight real fast. Don't trip. Everybody about to be on a diet. That's crazy. We can just look. You just gotta try to look at what we can find. We might not be able to do long distance. It might just be something right around us, but we still just need to be able to communicate with people outside of our house. He said, I got choked. Ooh, $1,000 is over 75% of the things we need. Come on, see. Wait a minute now. Pay your rent now. Gotta pay your rent. Listen, you don't want to start out on a bad foot. Keep your tail until they say you don't have to. Then yeah. I'm just saying, family. I'm about to go, and I don't know. I'll probably be on here later on tomorrow, but I just hope and pray that y'all listening. I hope and pray y'all listening. You're welcome. I just want y'all to get y'all stuff. Don't all them shoes and clothes, that stuff is not about to matter. You need to make sure if you can't leave your house for 6 months, everybody in your house got a meal that they can eat at least once a day. You hear me? And expiration dates are real. Keep your canned goods. Go look it up if you don't believe it. Whatever canned goods you got, go look it up. How long you can eat those after. Don't go throwing away. You said, why in my lifetime? You sound like my daughters. My daughter said, well, I guess wanting to live was like not a thing. Or something like that. She said, well, we live while we could. Today, right before the baby, I said, y'all better get y'all stuff. Whatever mom didn't help with, you better get your stuff because they not letting you leave out. I told y'all. That whole 15-minute city, you better not be too far away, or it might not be safe for you to be away from your house more than 15 minutes. We don't know. And you don't want to have to be standing in no line trying to wait on the government to give you nothing.
Right, while the food pantries are sending out beans, rice, pasta, and free peanut butter and whatnot, you'll be wanting to go over there and get some. Put your pride to the side, baby. Because some food is better than no food, and you gotta look your babies in the face and understand that just because you didn't want people to think you was whatever, you didn't go get enough for them to eat. Right, dehydration and the like. So,
avoid all forms of the mark, right? And that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand how these Christians talk about we going up yonder. Well, y'all not even going. This is why I said y'all was gonna flake out on my daddy, because y'all didn't believe what he said. So then you already put yourself at risk for having to take the mark because you're not prepping to not have to take it. Crazy to me. Oh, I'm not gonna have to worry about that. Well, this is why he said a whole bunch of people was gonna take the mark and flip on him because they didn't believe what he said. They didn't believe that none of this stuff was coming. They didn't believe the Euphrates was going to dry up. They didn't believe that the fish was going to be dead on the banks. They didn't believe that the financial system for you paying with your hand was going to be here, the whole scan code thing. And now every store you go into, everything got an RFID chip on it. They going to know where their stuff is. And you'll not get out the store with anything because you won't even really be able to go in if you don't have the scan code. That's why it says enter, identify, and then pay. Not ever in a history of my life have I ever had, unless I was going in a club and they didn't really look at it. But now the only way I can pay is if I have to identify myself. Why is that? Because I won't be a part of the global society, you mean? Where you got to take the mark of the beast to buy or sell, like in Revelations 13? Mm. They thought Noah was crazy until it started to rain. Y'all hear that outside? It's raining. But he said this time it's going to rain down fire. And what is they talking about doing? Nuclear war, I mean, it's going to rain fire. From all over, from the heavens, because they go up and then they come down. And it looked like fire behind them. Remember, it talked about the pillar with the fire behind it? That's a missile. Mm-hmm. The pillar with the fire behind it? That's a missile. Or a nuke. Nuclear missile. That's the pillar. Because you stand it up, it looks like an obelisk or whatever. Oh. And they got a whole bunch of fire behind it. And in it. So, there's that. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Bye, family. I'm happy y'all.